Hi, it's Stephanie O'Brien from the RAD Road, and my business partner, Dr. Stephanie Rooney, and I. First of all, wanted to check in to make sure everyone's doing okay. I know this is such a tough time for everybody, but especially kids in college and recent graduates. It's difficult as it is to make the transition from being a student into a professional, and even if you're finding an internship, just knowing how to navigate selling yourself, positioning yourself, and finding jobs and internships. It's very difficult, fraught with a lot of anxiety and self doubt and frustration. So, and now knowing that's going on even now more than ever, which is why we wanted to put this webinar presentation together for you because of this unique time. It's a time to take a pause and step back and focus on yourself. And that's what this is all about. And specifically, how and what your student or grad can be doing right now to set them up for some success, for success when things open up. So we're going to take a look at what that is and talk about what Stephanie and I do with our clients one-on-one, and hopefully you'll find value and some guidance and inspiration in this. So we're going to jump right in. Okay. So I'm just going to take me off here for a second. Okay. So as we said, now more than ever, your college student really needs some inspiration, focus, and guidance. The transition from being in college to a full-time job hunter can be overwhelming, to say the least. All of a sudden, you're expected to know how to network, pitch yourself, have an elevator pitch, write a bio, have such great self-knowledge that you know how to position and sell yourself and brand yourself, and this isn't something you major in college in. So it's very overwhelming. And, suddenly there's no test to measure success. You're out of your element, especially now with social distancing. Certainly friends aren't there for that immediate support. And, there's no syllabus with specific instructions on exactly how you go about finding an internship or a job and how exactly you go about positioning and selling yourself for those internships and jobs. So, they're expected to all of a sudden know how to position and sell themselves among hundreds, if not thousands of applicants. And, not to mention networking, like there's some seasoned executive and knowing how to make the right eye contact and, deliver their elevator speech and their pitch with confidence and focus. So, it's an awful lot, and it's easy to feel like everything is beyond their control, and especially right now. So, they're feeling even more anxious if their grades weren't necessarily the best or their experience is limited. A lot of our clients that we work with didn't have the fancy, internship in New York. They were maybe a camp counselor or worked at a restaurant. And other things. So we know how anxious they feel when they compare themselves to their friends and their job journey, and everyone's different. So there's a lot of anxiety involved with this process. And as parents, of course, you try to guide them and give them advice, and you check on them every day. What are you doing? How are you organizing your time? Are you being productive? Let me take a look at what you've written, all of that. But a lot of times they take that advice the wrong way. And that leaves you feeling really helpless and worried. And they are just really frustrated, because especially if they didn't have those grades or that experience, and they're not getting the traction that they want for an internship or a job, it can be incredibly frustrating. And now, in the middle of this coronavirus crisis, everything feels even more confused and out of control. But there is one thing that they can work on and control right now, and where they are the sole proprietor, and that is their personal brand. Again, they have a lot less social distractions. things are on hold, things are slow. So it is the perfect time to take a step back, focus on themselves, and really elevate how they present their superpowers, their skills, their core values, their experiences. And it is the perfect time to work on their personal brand. So, personal branding is the process of actively engaging in and cultivating your unique, valuable natural superpowers, passions, values, goals, personality, skills, and experience. And it's taking all of those things, sifting through our process that we call building our RAD brand power platform. And from that platform, they will be able to speak and position and sell themselves in a very focused and meaningful way. And the great thing about this process is it allows them to take action right now, which is difficult when no one's replying to their emails for an informational interview or an internship, or everything's getting canceled. This is a way to take action, and take action with a new mindset, because you are focusing on what is great about you, what is unique about you, what's rad, what is relevant, authentic, and differentiated. And that builds self-confidence, as well as in the long run will foster trust and showcase your authenticity and your credibility. And let's face it, a job search is really like running a business, and you can't run a business without a brand. And so personal branding, even though it's kind of this buzzword, it's really not. It's just cultivating and selling your unique and valuable skills and experience, and it is no longer optional. Recruiters and hiring managers look at thousands of LinkedIn profiles, resumes, cover letters, and really they are drowning in what we call a sea of student sameness. A lot of times, even our most accomplished clients from the top business schools, they're afraid to really elevate themselves and put themselves out there in a way that is rad. So they pull back their resume, their bios, their cover letters. The way they write is restrained, and it's focused only on like the bullet points. And that's what all the other students and recent grads are doing. So, this is an issue, and you don't want to be caught in that sea of student sameness. So when things open up, when the internship market and the job market opens up again, and it will, we know it's coming, those who have taken charge and prepared for positioning and presenting themselves in a way that is rad, relevant, authentic, and differentiated, they're going to get the job. So here at the RAD Road, we guide college students and recent grads so that they're aligning with their superpowers. And through that, they know how to stand out from the competition, crush their career goals. And we do that by helping them translate how they're rad, relevant, authentic, and differentiated. And we have a process that is based on branding for all kinds of brands, from American Express to Coors, and in my experience in creating brand systems and brand strategies for large brands. But I also work with entrepreneurs and startups to develop their brand. And it's taking that process and applying it to our students and our graduates in a way that helps them completely stand out and really engage and align and connect with hiring managers and in their networking, et cetera. So the end result is that they're confident and prepared, optimally positioning and presenting themselves in interviews, networking, and in all of their career marketing materials. So as I talked about, we work one-on-one students within this brand power platform, and almost more importantly, through Dr. Rooney and her work, we support them emotionally and mentally. And she has amazing expertise in neuroplasticity, which is this the methods of shifting your mindset to overcome doubt and anxiety and limiting beliefs, and creating a success mindset, and shifting the mind to actually change and be open versus closed. And not only will this help them now in their job search, but these skills and these tools and this perspective and support will set a foundation for their professional and personal lives moving forward. So it really is a powerful part of the coaching that we do. So because students and grads need this inspiration and they need some guidance and focus, especially focus now more than ever, we are working on a series of online half-day RAD career retreat workshops. And we want to focus on a few key things that they will come out of this with. One is to know how to clearly and powerfully position to stand out from their peers and elevate above the competition and develop that sort of platform. We will work on aligning with their superpowers so that they gain clarity on their authentic self. Mastering the art of video presentation and online networking and interviewing. This is something we are coaching on by practicing through video, and especially now more than ever with online interviewing and even online work. Digital, it's going to be remote work, mastering the art of communicating and looking people in the eye, and that etiquette and how to connect over video is key. And something all students and grads struggle with is how to connect and bridge. It's not enough to simply state your story or your experience or your talents and skills, but they really need to work on how to connect the dots. It's like, why is that experience and values and your story and your examples, why is that important for the job? Why is that meaningful for the company culture? How does this solve a problem for me? How do you bring solutions in the job? So we work on how to connect and bridge so that they're unique and highly valued in the marketplace. And we really focus on the power of stories as the way to do this. Something else that's really key is networking with confidence, and to really have a more targeted message. So if your message is targeted and you have that elevator pitch and you have your positioning statement, you can go into networking situations, whether it's in person or now on Zoom or over the phone, that instantly establishes that credibility and connection. And as we talked about, so important is to create and master a success mindset and cultivate habits that are hopefully lifetime habits that will allow our students and grads to overcome their limiting beliefs, to crush this anxiety, especially now in this crisis, and overwhelm, confusion, and procrastination, and really provide the tools to overcome those things. And finally, helping them come into a job or internship ready to make a difference with a strategic, solution-focused vision and mindset. And part of this is research your company, the culture, the job, the hiring manager, understand what their points are, what their needs are, walk a day in their shoes. We work through exercises like that so that not only can you position yourself before you get the job as being able to fit in and solve and serve, but to be ready to provide the confidence so that they know when they walk in on day one that they have a certain strategic mindset versus being really nervous and sort of lost. So, you've invested so much in your student or graduate, and they've worked so hard and come so far. You've invested in them financially and emotionally, and they have too in their education. And now they're coming out into this unusual and highly, highly competitive situation. So if you feel like your student or grad, or you, because we work with parents too, could benefit from our expert guidance and inspiration, and really cultivating a positive, productive, and success mindset, we would like to help. So we collectively work with career branding and mindset expertise. As I mentioned, I am a advertising executive and a brand strategy specialist. I've worked with large brands like American Express and Coors and Kraft, but also small startups like WikiHow and Ingrid and Isabel. And I also work with individuals, and I am passionate about guiding people and brands to become their most rad and really inspiring them to live their message. And Dr. Stephanie Rooney is a dedicated clinical psychologist with a thriving practice in San Francisco who truly inspires young adults. She specializes in young adults to help them embrace their powers and live a confident life and create a success mindset and tools for how to manage and create positivity and have a mind that is open to opportunities. So there we are. And again, if you think our one-on-one coaching or upcoming retreat is something you're interested in, please direct message us, or we have your email. We will be sending some information. We promise we won't bombard you with a lot of things, but we'll give you some more information on the retreats that we're working on and group coaching as well. And we will also be holding a Facebook Live Q&A for parents and students, and we're happy to just get on the phone with you or text or email or whatever works for you. So again, we do one-on-one coaching, focusing on keeping our clients really inspired, prepared, and accountable. They always leave with homework and something to achieve for the next session. Again, online workshops where we're going to be working as a group on all these critical personal branding and mindset skills and tools. And we are also working on a group coaching practice if have any interest on that. So again, we will be sending some emails about this, or get in touch with us through our Facebook page, or feel free to email or text or call. So we hope that this provides insight into what specifically your grad or student can be working on right now in terms of their personal branding and their success mindset. This is actually a great time to, as we said, focus on that and elevate and get inspired and get feeling confident and ready to come out of the gates with your message and to live that message and to crush your career goals. So I'm going to pop myself back on here for a second to just thank you again. And everyone, hope you please be safe and well, and of course, rad. So again, any questions, comments, ideas, we would love to hear from you. Thank you.